So apparently we are live, or at least I am. Let me double check. And yeah, sure enough we are. So the goal was to continue the admin dashboard, this thing particularly. When you edit one, or when you add one, when edit one, you have to go to arrive to a certain page where you can add and delete. You can manage the quiz and add question. So let's go. I don't think you can necessarily change the type. I don't think you can, because you would change the dynamic of it. I don't even know if you could add a type in the first place. Hey, what's up, Sam? I'm totally fine. This is not the right. This is this one. I'll still add the select button, but I don't think I will make it work. So, how do we call this quiz form? This one. Here we go. Now, of course, it's not translated. We had the same problem. No, my code base is not open source. If you want to have an open source project with laravel and inertia and VGS, you can go to ThinkCRM. So this has been made by the inertia team, and you can see and download it and navigate through the entire app. That's what I used to do when I was learning the stack. So if you want to have an open source project that used this stack, I would highly suggest you to take a look at this repository. It's also, you also have a demo on this URL. So you have a login button, organization, like search, pagination, etc., etc. Basically a simple CRUD in Laravel, VGS, and inertia. But no, my project isn't open source. It's not name. It should be this. So we have the type. Now we also need, how do we say that, the status. What is select trigger? Okay, yeah. This is the placeholder. Ending, running, finished. And then inside status. Do you have any dynamic dropdown in your app? If yes, do you use API route? It depends what you want to do, because it depends how you load the data. I load the data when the page is loaded, like it's the backend, send that data to the frontend. If you want to update certain part of the application, I guess there is those kind of things, like the partial reloads on inertia. I don't know if it would be great in your case. Otherwise, yeah, you can do API call. But I don't really know what you think of dynamic. Let's say countries, cities. When country is selected, only load the city from that country under the dropdown. Then this will be only front-end thing. You just create a ref, an array. You have an array of your cities. You have an array of countries. You could even have, I don't know. You could have an array of countries with an ID. And then you could have an array of cities with the country ID. Like that, exactly like that. And then when you first drop down, select the ID one with the value, you have a computed in your view page or view component. You have a component that filter all the cities that correspond to a certain country by doing a find, or I don't know, there is many ways to do it in JavaScript. But you can filter cities based on the country ID. That's how I would do it. But it really depends on the UX that you want to provide to the end user. I don't know if that makes sense to you. And I always have the same problem. I always have the same problem with the select thing that are not translated correctly. I don't know how I could fix that. A workaround that I've used is to add delay, but it's pretty bad to do this, so I don't know how I will do it. So this was the status. What do I need to edit also? Yeah, the date. This thing here. I think I could just copy and paste it. Copy that. Copy those two and just paste them there. So here we go. And I have to re-import the same logic. I think there is a way to do this in a more cleaner way. Anyway. So where does today come from? This thing, right? It's imported. And I should do this should be equal to, oh, this won't work. I need to this won't work. I don't even know why it doesn't work like right now. It should be working right now, but df isn't defined. Because now it had the date of the day, but that's not what we want. We want to get the value from the props instead. How to reveal data from props to the quiz form for the date and the time. I don't know if it answered your question though. Initial date from perhaps. That seems completely overkill. Why is it overcomplicated? Parse the datetime from the preps, yeah, okay, but then initialize with, yes, parse datetime, set the selected date for the calendar picker. I don't know. I don't know if it would work. I have big doubt about it. No, it doesn't work at all. The time worked though, but not the date. Converted calendar date. Yeah, because select date. Yeah, since it's declared before. Now it doesn't work anymore for some reason. It's just that I cannot do this. The problem is that the select date is still not updated. Select date. And I think I have to do it to use this, but if you want a more robust option that handles the calendar properly, you can also use this approach. Let's see. I don't know where calendar date come from. But I don't think it does exist on international date. Does it? No, it doesn't. Actually, perhaps it does. Yeah, it does. My bad. So if we use calendar, I don't even know what it is though. Hi Sam, hi Petit Mid 40, what's up? Oh, I forgot to launch a Pomodoro. Here we go. Just copy and pasting stuff from what the AI said to me. Going good? Isn't you had like, I don't remember. It's you we were in internship in the US, right? How the project going? Okay. Oh, night works. It works. Okay. No, Graphic didn't remember it. Yeah, you did. I'm bad. Sorry, my friend. I remember you sent me your Beyond's portfolio. That's right. The project is okay, but it doesn't make tremendous amount of progress. Now I'm like struggling on how I will create the user experience for this platform, for this back office. Now this page is okay, but the editing the quiz is where I don't know how I'm going to do it anymore. Because I think I will do something quite simple. Otherwise I will lose too much time on this. Why this is never used? Apparently we can remove it. And here we go. Now the date is working just fine. So beside that, what do we have? What do we need to change for the events? Is visible indeed. We need to change that. Status is done, type is done, datetime is done, is visible is not done. Information, additional information, I don't care about it. So I can give review about UI and UX. Well, not on this page for now because I didn't finish it, but you can watch this one and tell me what's wrong about it. Basically, I have quizzes, and inside of each quiz I have different questions. So this is a quiz, this is an event, there is a date, a status if it's visible or not, status running, pending, finished, the number of points that there is in total. For instance, that's 5 plus 8 plus 6 plus 4 or 23. And then when you edit the quiz, I want to have the ability of editing the question, deleting the question, and editing the event. So this has been made by the agent AI, but I'm just reburning it. because I don't think it's necessarily great. Do you think this region could be a list of different status level on design? Yes, it could. What I plan to do is that I have two way of a view. Like I have this view, like a cabin view, and I would also have just a regular list where you can filter based on the status. As it now, they are taking a lot of after space, I guess. What do you mean after space? A lot of space. This? I mean, you have to also take in mind that this functionality won't be used a lot. I don't think it's necessarily that bad. I don't know. Perhaps you're right. For instance, I don't know if I should put the card, like this is an event card that is the parents of the question that will hold the question. I don't know if I put the question in another card underneath, or I just put the question directly in this card, for instance. Just okay, simple list. Do you have a link? Because every time I look in Dribble, I found shitty stuff. And this is not for UI. I don't really care about the UI. Since I use Chatien, the UI is pretty much done for me. I'm more concerning about the UX rather than the UI. If that makes sense. So yeah, it's visible. Now I could have it. I will add a switch button. Yeah, I mean, this is what this is the difference between a good project and a bad project. For instance, I've asked Lovable for ideas about the design. What have I done? I think it was this one. This one was looking okay. So basically, this is my quiz, and this is how I had question, and I think it was quite okay. Anyway. Visibility, and then I can just paste a switch component. What is this? ID is visible, and the label for is visible, and I want to have a, I guess it's a V model in this. is visible. There we go. Quiz form dot is visible. Will it work? I don't know. Apparently it does. I don't even know if the props is equal to true right now. Let's say it's false. That works. It works really. I don't know why this one doesn't. I don't know. But what I know is that this could be a nice thing to add. And I can just div and put those two inside of a div. We have a class of flex, justify start, items, center gap 2, exactly, perfect. But I want to display an icon instead of a label. I don't think it's really relevant to display text here. So in terms of icon, I can use eyes. So eyes on, so in action. I believe I already have it. No, I don't. Eyes, eye, off. Here we go. And I can use those two. V show. No. I have a class of size 4, self-closed, and the same thing, but for when it's disabled. And now we can just say v show quiz form that is visible, and so this would be true, and just add a exclamation mark in front of this, and now we should only display one of the two. Exactly. So this works. Now now I'm wondering, should I still put those two buttons over there? Should I put the save button here? Should I put the quiz detail directly inside of the cards? I don't know. Because I could put the question directly inside of this card. Like you check. I didn't see any link, perhaps because YouTube blocked the link. Let me see. Can you try to repaste it? Yeah, I know I should put it twice. This entire thing right here will disappear. Like all of this. All of this will disappear. It was just test for. It was AI who made it. So don't worry, it will disappear. It was just UX tests. But yeah, I didn't see your Dribble links. If you want to paste it, just paste it, but perhaps remove the .com at the end. I don't know. It should work because there is no duration whatsoever, but I don't know why. You are not allowed to paste link. I did it twice and I've seen nothing. There is no moderation. Just try to paste it this way. Like, so bum, bum. But this is not very for the list that I have a problem, it's more for the form itself. For this form rather than using your links, the list. Because yeah, for sure I can use this. Like this was my original plan. This is what I've used for the user. For instance, for the user, I just use a list like that because I know there will be a lot of users, so I have to display this. I have to display them on those these ways. But for the quizzes, there is no point. Because this probably made the maximum amount of quizzes that someone could add. But I will probably do two layout, like this layout, this Carbon layout. I know, but I'm saying just as a layout. What do you mean just as a layout? Actually, what I want is... Do we have the rest of the design? Like the detail. This, you know, this was something like that. This is so slick. I really wish I could be a good designer. But no, I'm just a shitty dev. Here, instead of the edit icon, or here, because this would be more as an edit formula then rather than just a view thing. And where do I put this edit button then? In the bottom? I lost my cabin view. Oh, here it is. Do you need it as well? And add also did it. I don't need to add did it directly inside of this, because everything would be inside of this view. Like they could delete the quiz inside of this page. But here I just want them, and I also want to make it drag and drop stuff, so they change the status also. But perhaps indeed I should just create, like, add the 3 dot, and the 3 dot is just edit. This would be a bit cleaner in terms of UX indeed. If I have 3 dot and this 3 dot is a drop down, the only problem with that is that it creates an extra step. Like you have to make 2 clicks instead of 1 if you want to edit a product, edit a quiz. And for the question, I can add something like that. Have you thought to make it pop-up window when you click at it? Yeah, but it's not good, because the pop-up window would be massive, and I prefer to have another page because it would be too much. It would be too massive, and even for performance purposes, this would be not ideal. Because in the pop-up window, I would want to edit the question, like the option that you can answer when you answer a quiz. Like I have several questions, and every question has different options and stuff like that. So this page will be too much. This page will be massive. That's what I wanted to say. So this is a question, but now the AI didn't add the option, but I think Lovable did. Check Lovable. You can see that I add question, and I can, inside of every question, I can add options. But the thing I don't know is that should I put everything in the same card, in this big card with the question directly inside of this card, or should I just create another card like this one? This is one of my main question. Also, the back to quizzes then should be outside of this card, because it won't make any sense. It should be on the top. So yeah, this is kind of question like that I asking to myself. And this is why the project didn't take too much time. This is why I also think having a designer in the project, like mixing a designer and a developer, is the best way possible to build something. Except if you are a developer with a nice UX and UI touch. If you want to launch something, I think having someone who is more like product manager and slash marketing, and then one who is more design and one who only do the tech thing, I think it's the best combination that you could ever find. So this was my original idea, you know. had a question in this, but I've changed the way the quiz and question are structured. So you have quizzes, and inside of each quizzes you have different question, and each question can have multiple answers. So yeah, that's why. Yeah, let's move on. Let's continue. Let's let's add something like that to see if it's any good or not. I also wish the AI is not bad at coding, but I also wish they could be really good at designing. But I think it would be way harder. I think it's not like a popular opinion, but designer are less, if they are talented, of course, are less threatened by the AI than developer are. So now I can add question. Thing is, it's too close to the HR separation here. So I'm gonna double the amount. I don't think it's necessarily good. Like, I think putting this inside of another card is better. But this is something I could do. I could fix afterward. For now, I need to focus and to move on. And having those kind of things is pretty great. This idea that the AI got is pretty good. Like it's mimicking a card. I want to split it on the right so I can have different views on it. Boom. It's almost the break. Yeah, so here there's a div, and this div I can add a flex. It would be, yeah, exactly like that. It's recently JetBrain updated their AI system, their AI agent and stuff like that, and it's pretty okay right now. This is not exactly what I want. What I want is a loop v4. Yeah, I don't know why there is index. Yeah, that does make sense in a way. I also want to be able to drag and drop the question to set a specific order. Anyway, question indexing questions, keys, question.uid exactly. Why it doesn't work? because this is not good. And then I can just copy and paste that. And sure enough, now I should see something. Indeed. I'm wondering if the padding is the same. P4, P4, and it's time for a break now. I can just make a margin of a 4. There we go. So now I do have my question here. It's just that indeed I should put them inside of a new card rather than in the card of the event. So I will take a 5-minute break and I will continue. Minutes. Yeah, I really think that creating a new card is the best way. But I will continue, then I will perhaps extract all this inside of a card. Don't know yet. Pim pam pam pim. 2, 1, 0. No? Alright, back to focus mode. Actually, this should open. This should be open. This should open the edit question, because so far it's just open like that, which is not great. It's open inside of a new bum, 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 bum. I'm thinking. I would check how I used to do. Been beaten by mosquitoes. Users. No, not users. Quiz. So this is it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I'll probably do this. I will either. I don't know. I think I can copy that, and I can paste it. Where could I paste it? Paste it underneath this thing. Yep. I would just need to add another HR to just create a nice separation. Here we go. I will remove the option for now because it's not in place. Option for single choice. Correct answer. I can remove that, and I can remove this. So right now we will only edit, and this won't be a text error. This will be just an input. And also I want to have something like that. Like the question should be translated. So therefore I will just get inspired by my prices page. Prices form. Price form. Yeah, I would have to look over the languages, and the languages I can get it from there. So this is where my form is. The question type, and this is pretty straightforward, and I would just reuse the same stuff. I like when my form are always built the same way with the same classes and stuff. So instead of space, I would just create gap 2. Gap 2, and then I have a level. Why is it not imported? Apparently it is imported, but I don't see it. Select. Yeah, okay, seems to be working. I just don't know why it's not the entire length. Here we go. And the point should be the exact same thing. Min 1, max 1 will be required. Yeah. Seems good to me. And then the question. And this is where it gets interesting. Because I will need the loop. Over all the languages of my platform, and then display as many form as possible. This would be it. This will be just question title for now, with an input. And placeholder would be, I don't like this kind of placeholder. A placeholder should never be a description of what the input is about, but always be an example. For instance, it should not be enter a question here. It should be which team will win the match, for instance. I don't know how many characters I should allow for the question. So as you see, we have those two elements. Now, the issue, if there is an issue, this question from the errors, and then this thing. Fuck. Is that perhaps I should put them inside just in so they take the entire length. Length is undefined. Why is that? Because I'm not in a loop. There we go. So yeah, perhaps put them in with the full length would be better. So this would be and then MD great codes 1. You should do the trick indeed. I don't know what is the best. I think having the question in a big line is better because the question can be big long. What's the main size of this? Okay, 200. So why is it selected as a versus? Okay, no, never mind. So this should only be this should definitely be on 2 line. This should be great calls 2. So now I can just create no, I have to do this edit question, and I can remove this because I don't need it. What I can do instead? I don't know if Shatien has something like that. Collapsible? No. No. The edit question. You should just trigger a, and I think I would have to put everything inside of another as a subcomponent. Because the main component will be too bulky. I want some kind of a accordion. I don't know if it's really what I want. I can try. I don't even know if I have it. No, I don't. Yeah, I can try accordion. So when I click on this, it just opened the correct element. Let's try it. I have nothing to lose. Where is my terminal? Here we go. And this is this that I have to display or not. Yeah. Accordion trigger. So this should be. What's the default value? Item 1. I don't want to have a default value. So this would be accordion with type single, class full, collapsible. Here we go. And then accordion item. And inside I need to import them. Where is accordion? So here we go. Accordion item. This should be this thing here. Here we go. And the key, I can remove it, and the value should be now the title, this should be the accordion trigger, and the accordion content should be the form and the HR. Let's see if it's work. It works, but I've lost my design element. I want this to be trigger actually. Oh yeah, because I haven't. Yeah, my bad. So I need to add classes and yeah, those classes on the loop, on the accordion loop. So here we go. Now value, I don't understand what is supposed to be. Okay, so it's necessary, but now it's like extremely big. I don't necessarily understand why. Data sort accordion. With full, and then this should be accordion item. Cannot add class on the accordion item for some reason. So this is the button, this is the trigger. And the trigger should only be like I can remove this. Oh, does this sound too complicated? No, it doesn't sound too complicated. That I should extract that, put it here, and the accordion trigger would only be the edit button. Here we go. Like that, and I can remove this thing, just format the file a bit. Here we go, and now it works. I don't know how I could remove the default element of the accordion, the default behavior, default styling. Is it? I think I just created props icon, not a props but a slot, and we do nothing inside of it. Yeah, how could I do this? How could I remove that? I don't think I can do this, right? How to hide the default accordion trigger icon? Bum, 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 bum. To the beginning, it would change something? No, it wouldn't change anything. How can I hide it? I can see why did you need to override this start with empty template? No, it's not correct. I don't even know why. Now this override, but I don't know why it your button goes in. No, I can't do that. Or just put the button inside of the icon, but this would be suboptimal already. This is a button inside of another button. This is completely trash. Actually, this is a button. Okay, so as div, still, I'm still amazed that I still see the icon. I don't know why. And now I get a button, so the button, I guess? No, but I don't know why I get stuff like that. What are the classes? I don't want any classes. See, otherwise, yes, it works. It's just that I don't want to have the default value, default behavior of the accordion. If I take that, paste it here, I should have two buttons. But if I say that I surround this inside of a div, and I say class Eden, will work. No, it doesn't. So weird. This is disgusting. And this is break time, but I want to finish this first. I want to be able to remove the entire class. I want to override classes. Can't I just do something programmatically? Is there any ways? API reference. Trigger. Oh, so you have to do the as child. No. Bum ba-dum 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 bum ba-dum 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 ba-dum. Where is Leica? Here we go. Should be nested inside of the accordion header. Accordion. Why there is no accordion header? So accordion trigger. I should be able to extract the value, or to change, at least change the value of the accordion. Model value. Question.uid. And then if I just trigger the click, I can remove this entirely, I suppose, like that. And when I click on that, I just say I have to have something that is const question accordion equal ref no, something like that, and that I can use this as the value, I think. And then if I click on it, nothing happened. If I say click equal question.uid, in theory, it doesn't work. Type string is not assignable to type no. I can change the type, but it won't change anything. Bum ba-dum 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 ba-dum. Why doesn't it work then? Can I bid it manually? It's impossible that I can't. It has to be able. It has to work. Disable type implementation. What a value. Oh, perhaps it's just V model. What's the issue here? Key string, class string, model value string. Property value is missing in type. Yeah, but I don't even remember how I should type ref. Missing value and proprietary an item. Why do I need the value? Using because apparently we cannot use vmodel, we have to use value. Oh, we can use the vmodel directly inside of this. Okay. And now it works. Edit question. I don't want accordion trigger. So right now it does work. It just I should be able to toggle it. Use modal value. What do I mean by that? It's not a model. No, model value. I mean, it worked like that. But now I need to just uh hello, excessive coding, what's up? Why can't I just disable it? I want to be able to toggle it. Like that. Oh no, because I'm stupid. That's why. Here we go. Now it should work. Boom, 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 boom. You were at the PC Bang yesterday? With... Okay, so now... the width of the accordion works, but... I should add the same classes. And we've had the margin tab, of course. There we go. And now I can toggle the fucking accordion. Yeah, too much rain. Yesterday evening? I don't remember. There were rain this morning. Yesterday evening also. Yeah. Yeah. I actually did nothing yesterday. I barely could squeeze a walk in between rains. I think at around 9 it stopped raining. I don't remember. Because I walked the entire day actually. I was in the Dongdaemun Plaza and then I walked all the way back to Seoul Station. And it wasn't that much step. Like I did 30,000, which is not crazy when you think about it compared to the distance that I've walked. Anyway, so accordion works. That's nice. I can remove this now. I don't know why it's... oh, I know why. Because the accordion, there is a class on it that say, hey, the last element should have no border. I don't know how I could remove this class. I wish it comes with no classes at all. I don't know where it is though. Yeah. Still want to go to ISU? Last border 0. Yeah, that's it's an accordion item. And I wonder how I could just I wish there would be a way to just override all of the classes. I don't know if it's possible. So it's an accordion item. It's accordion item class border. And just if I force it, yeah, it works. But strange. Oh yeah, there is also a. Why is there a margin? Space Y2. This is not good. Boom. Now it's better. We start to have something decent. And by the way, this was the break. I forgot to take a break. See you in like 5 minutes. Yeah. Are you still here, Steven? Excessive cutting, should I say? I don't know why I created this, why it should be just a regular badge. I really like this symphony. Anyway. So this should be question title, yeah. But this should be a badge instead of being a span. I don't know why it uses it. This should be question the point. The color was better though. What? Oh yeah. The formatting wasn't on point either. Anyway, started looking better and better, I guess. 5 pins. So now I think I can remove this. Edit question. The problem, yeah, the option, I haven't done the option yet. I can remove this. Boom. So it will be more clear in my mind and in the design. Boom, 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 boom. Here we go. Now indeed, this is where we are. Perhaps indeed putting the question inside of a new container, inside of a new card would be better in terms of UX. So when you click on that, just open the accordion. Perhaps I should toggle something so I could close or open or close the accordion. Did you see? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I saw it. I saw it. Do you know I have a friend who works in this company or used to work in this company? I don't know. It's all over Twitter. I don't even know what astronomy do as a company. I'm so dead right now. Life can swap like this sometimes. Yeah, it was so good. It was so good. You work for AWS. Like Arya talked about it, I think he did an interview with him. The guy entered school with literally zero knowledge. And I don't know, he was, I guess, not necessarily gifted, but he was passionate about web, and he worked a lot, and he was so good. He was so damn good. And he worked for AWS. He worked for Scaleway, and now I think he worked for Astronomy. Yeah, he was really good. for no reason. Like, I don't know. I don't even know how. I think, yeah, I don't know if I would dox him. I would just close the thing, but yeah, he worked as a software engineer in astronomy. Yeah, he worked at AWS as a tech trainer. He worked as Scaleway. Yeah, dude is a beast. There is people like that, and when you compare yourself with those people, you feel shitty suddenly. It's life, I guess. At least my last video did break the 1,000 views. I woke up this morning and saw that I was happy. You definitely could say I was here. So the edit button. Thank you. Now I need to do more videos. By the way, if anyone wants to hire me in the chat, feel free to hire me. Now I just want to make more videos. Just me talking. I guess the more I will do videos, the more I will be... what's the word? I don't have the word. So the button with the size should be size of icon. Here we go. And size icon. Oh, I can print. Hey. Why did I print this? You still want to go to ISO? I don't remember. Anyway, icon. Here we go. So now the size would be better, I guess. Yes, indeed. And I want to have a variant of destructive. Yeah. Do we have destructive outline? No, I don't. This could be a nice variant to add. Anyway. Actually, I need two. No, I don't need two, but this should be a. But how is astronomy a famous company? Like, why suddenly it blew up? Because I guess CEO cheated and their wife must be not that rare. So why astronomy? It was like everybody knew what astronomy was on Twitter. But being caught in 4K like this is... really funny. Not for him, but for us it is. Lucid. Oh, I could use that. Like an expand thing, like a maximize. I don't know. Or just an eye, perhaps. Nah. The maximize thing is pretty great. Minimize. Minimize, max, expand, max, minimize. Yeah, maximize. I'll do this. Maximize to. I start getting bored about this project. But sadly I cannot let it down. Maximize to, and then I guess I would have to minimize to also. You can. I don't remember what I was saying. I can do what? You can. Can do what? You can stop working on it. No, I can't. Can't. It's like this is not the best thing. This is not the best icon, I guess. Perhaps a chevron would have been better. I can't. It's like my child. It's my child. I forgot to start the Pomodoro again. I cannot throw away my child. Like, put him in an orphan. It's a sunken cost fallacy. But it's not, lol. It's my child. I give too much energy on this. I think I would never be able to just throw him away. I'm too emotional about it. Trust me, I just... This could be... I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of a sunken cost fallacy. But also, it's not... I also like to build it. The problem is that it's a marathon. It's a long-paced project. It's not something that you can launch in few weeks or so. So that's one of the issue. It's not rewardful. The question form. So this indeed should be in another component. That's why I only work on it in the morning. So still ISO at 3 p.m. Okay. Okay. Oh, we have an issue here. I think it's because there must be a overflow hidden on something. Yeah, overflow hidden here. Now it works, but perhaps the overflow hidden is here for a good reason. Says on this one it's accordion content. Accordion item, accordion content, and here I can just class overflow auto, I guess. What's the difference? Not hidden. Nope. It's under root. I think I can do something like root or something. No. There is a way to target specifically the root classes or something. Yeah, I don't remember when. I don't remember how. How is it done? How could I over this class says and the root element. No, 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 no. This is not where I wanted to ask the question. I wanted to ask it here. Dynamic class binding. No, this is not good. This is not good. This is not good. It's not good. It's not good at all. It's not good. It's not good. It's not good. How on earth I can just... I think there is root inside of the thing. It's view class. I don't remember. I did it at a certain point, but I don't remember where. No, there's classes, verbs, and it will be applied. Please think through this. You're absolutely right. No, 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 this is not the way. This is doing it. I don't remember where exactly I had. The eye is garbage today. No, it's not what I wanted. Anyway. I don't want to modify it. Anyway, thank you, but no. I will need to find where I just did those kind of things. I think there were roots inside of Very nice, Claude. I want to pass passes on this component, but not as a I don't know. For me, it has been great. Like yesterday, I just was adding functionalities to this website. And it worked like a charm. Like I did, I added 2,000 games, and it just smashed the entire thing. It did the entire script to fetch the game from the certain API, and it put it. It was working really great on this yesterday. But today, but this morning, I don't know why, and perhaps it's me, which I'm just completely retarded. I don't know. I do not want. I do not want to touch the accordion. Accordion content component. I have really mixed results with personally. I don't think it's just Claude being bad for mobile. Oh yeah, because you were still working on your mobile thing. What model do you use? How to pass classes on the root element of this component. I do not want to edit it. I want to do something like that. So still, I haven't bought the $1 subscription on Cloud Code yet. So it's only for, perhaps, I don't know. I said I did not want to modify it. Modify it, you dumbass. there were a way to do it. I know there is a fucking way to do it. I just don't remember it. I want, perhaps you can help me with that. I want to pass the class, but I want to pass it directly here and not on here. Because if I say class, if I say just class here, it was considered as a props and it would immediately be passed here. While I want it to be directly on this instead. You're going down when AI take over. Yeah, I will be the first to be shut down. I know there is a way. I've used it somewhere. I cannot remember where. That's the issue. Mm, I don't know, but there is a way. Do you know the way? Settings. I don't know, it's not. I've never touched this file. I just don't remember where exactly it was. I know I've over. No, it wasn't on this. It was weird stuff. I don't remember. I will apologize. Oh yeah, you see? No hard feelings. Never read at all. I'm saved. I don't know where it is. I'll search. And it's the AI who told me this. Perhaps here. I guess there is root or something inside of the key, inside of the. No. But if I just select class, there is too much thing. And I want to exclude a certain directory. I don't know how to do it. Like everything except component, but yeah, dashboard, perhaps. what was the thing? I'm not completely crazy. I know there is something. In pages. Or perhaps in pages? I know there is something. I know it. I know it. Now this is getting embarrassing. Well, I don't know. I don't know. What do you want to do again? Okay, I want to add a class like this, like class the BG blue, for instance. But I want to add it directly on this, the first component, the root component, as a class, not as a props here, because it's directly used as props and passed directly on this div and not on this particular component. So my class ended up here instead of being here. Just to remove the props.class class now. I don't want to touch the component. I really don't want to. It's me with my PTSD. I know. It's completely retarded. I know. But somehow I know it's possible. I know there is a way. I just don't know how. Yeah, I know it doesn't make any sense, but I don't know. You know what? Fuck it. Let's add a style and just say overflow. Auto. It's going to work just fine. I won't touch the component. It doesn't even work. Like, what on earth? Why? Let's be even more gross and add an important thing. Why? Please, 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 please. It's not fun anymore. Like, we had our good time, our good laugh, but now, come on. Oh, it's not on this. Yeah, overflow auto. What is the default overflow? I guess you get an overflow hidden somewhere. Because you do have an overflow hidden, but overflow visible? What's the default value? Oh, okay. Boom. This is really embarrassing for someone that has more than 7 years of experience. You can judge me. Anyway, now it works. It was just for this little outline. What was the solution? There is no solution. I've just did it in a pretty bad way, really mean way. Directly putting the style inside. Not using the class, just directly putting style inside of this just to override this slight, tiny little class. Because I don't like to touch the component of what Shatsian did. I know it's make no logical sense. I know. But hey. I know. But I don't like it. It's like, I don't know, sometimes when let's say I buy a pair of shoes. Sometimes I just don't want to use the shoes because they'll get damaged. But it's the point of the shoes to get damaged. Or I don't have a good example of this, but you basically get no benefits from Shatsy, and then I did edit there is a certain threshold, I guess, because I've edited the default behavior of the color, for instance. I've changed the color. That's all. If I want to just modify Shatsy, and I would prefer just to modify it from a theme perspective, not on the component itself. Because I like when it's opinionated. Now perhaps Shatsian is not the right tool for me because I would like something to more opinionated. Anyway. I'm searching for an analogy. I don't find anything right now. I just don't like to edit things when the provider of those things made it the way it was supposed to be made. I don't know. Perhaps I have mental issue. Who knows? I think what you want is luxury, exactly. I mean, I would have preferred luxury, to be honest. Now, why I haven't used it? Because Laravel was shipped with Shadcn, I think. It's I hear myself, and all I hear is like, Samuel, you're an idiot. Oh yeah, no, because the entire scaffold, the entire front end was already made for me, so I didn't want to do it again with Nux UI. That's why I kept with Chatien instead of changing the entire front end library. I wanted to use the starter kit of Laravel, but if I had the chance to choose, I would definitely have choose Nux UI. Oh, there is no competition. Here we go. I mean, I'm almost done with the dashboard. All I need is a team. I need to add some Teams functionalities, and I needed to finish this. And I also think that Nux UI I think it has a better UI than Chatien. Anyway, I'm just retarded. That's all. That's fine. And I think it will stop here because now I need to create a new component, but or to extract this entire logic. This I think I will create one component per accordion element. So one question component. But before that, I will just try to extract this thing here and just put it inside of a new code. Like that. I can remove this and I can just say code header, I guess. Code header. No, code header, I said. Yes. Boom, 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 boom. And copy and paste that. And then code content. Because I'm too scared of messing up with the UI if I modify the component. That's why I mostly keep it vanilla. I guess I'm up. No, I won't say the word because I don't want to get banned. Is this the header? Code content. Oh yeah, there is a margin on top of that. Here we go. I think it's better right now. To be honest, I don't know. It's like, do you understand that this is an event? Perhaps I should add a title instead of the back button, and the back button extract it outside of the code. But do you understand that this is the event code and this is the question, and you can add question inside of this? I don't know. I'm starving. I remove the button and put it outside of the card, like right here. And the button, instead of justify between, justify and boom. No, justify between, and here I could say h2 quiz, boom. This should even be not even be the. This shouldn't even be that. This should be. This should be card title instead of being in H2. Card title, and then quiz. Instead of an H2, boom. The card title. And here, instead of H2, should be card title and question instead of quiz. And remove that, and boom. Does it make any sense? I don't know. Anyway, this will end the stream. Thanks for watching. If you haven't seen my previous video that I've released recently, you can check it out. I don't know what's the link of it. So it's the... And if you want, no, tomorrow I won't stream. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you next time.